Hello, in this lecture we will take a look at how you would set up your environment. That would be the Visual Studio, what you need to install specifically as Visual Studio components, and then later what you need to install in terms of the emulators and how you would actually launch your Android applications as well as your UWP applications through the Xamarin. Okay, so first of all, in the Visual Studio installer, as you can see, everything has been already installed on this computer. But if you wanted to choose specifically, you would go to Mobile and Gaming, and you would click on Mobile Development with .NET. So that is the Xamarin logo, and obviously you just click on that. You click on that, and you have everything with it. Okay, so remember, it's mobile development with .NET. You see the Xamarin logo. It doesn't actually say in bold letters Xamarin, but it does say Windows using Xamarin. Okay, so that's important to note. That's what you need to install. Now I'm going to close that, and I have Visual Studio opened. Okay, so if you actually only have Visual Studio open, you won't see much. You won't see much in terms of the emulators and all that. What you need to do, simply go to File, create a new project. Okay, new project, and let's see what kind of projects we have. So if we go and choose platform, we go to Android, and we see class library, .NET Standard. We have then mobile app, Xamarin Forms. Okay, so this is what we are learning. We aren't learning native Xamarin. Okay, not Xamarin there, and none of these. We are looking for mobile app and Xamarin.forms. Okay, that's what we need. That's what we are looking for. And if I click next, this is how you create your project. We have name, location, just like any other project. I click create. Now, this is where the complicated part begins. Okay, so you have master detail, you have tabbed, you have show. Most of the time, we will be using blank. Okay, we will be using blank unless stated otherwise. Okay, and finally, you choose the platforms you want to include. Okay, so in this course, we will just include Android and Windows. Now, when you create your project, even though you won't be developing for iOS most likely, you should still check that box. Check that box so that it would exist, and need be, you will have that iOS project or sub-project, we may call it, set up, and you won't need to go through the painful process of adding it in at some later point of your releases, developments, and all that. Okay, so I just click OK, and in a minute or so, I will get my whole solution set up with all these projects, a little project and sub-projects. We will look at the actual